Congratulations to the class of 2021. We are excited to celebrate this day with you. As a reminder, please remember to wear a mask and follow social distancing guidelines while in the stadium. For more details, visit the Commencement website, www.uri.edu/commencement. Please take this time to familiarize yourself with the exit locations in case of emergency. In the event of an emergency, please gather your belongings, proceed to the nearest exit, and return to your vehicles. For more details, visit the Commencement website, www.uri.edu/commencement. And now, please rise for the beginning of the ceremony.
Seated. Finally, commencement. It's here. Woo! I'd like to welcome the College of Pharmacy graduates of the class of 2021. Welcome to our 117th commencement of the College of Pharmacy. I'm Paul Larrett, Dean of the College, and it's my privilege today to preside over this commencement. And it is a special day to celebrate. We're outdoors, we're distant, we're masked, we're sanitized, we're sterilized, and we're immunized. We have a lot to celebrate. As is traditional, I'd like to introduce the platform party to you before we get going with the real festivities. Many of you already know Dr. Kelly Orr, who is our Associate Dean for Student Affairs. Dr. Jeff Bratberg, who represents the faculty in the hooding presentations and the diploma presentations. Of course, your class mother, Dean Denise Gorinsky. And although they're not up on the stage, we have two marshals with us today, Dr. Erica Estes and Dr. David Rowley. You need to pay attention to what they're doing. They're highly paid professionals, so keep an eye on them. Today, we also have two special guests joining us for their final commencement at URI. President David Dooley is our 11th president here at URI, and he's one of us. He's a chemist, which is pretty close to being a pharmacist or a pharmaceutical scientist. He once told me, pharmacy, Paul, all that is applied chemistry. And he'll be retiring in July of this year. Thank you, President Dooley. And Provost Donald DeHaze is not one of us in the same sense. He is one of us, however, in that he shares a passion for excellence, a commitment to lead, and a genuine care and concern for the people around him, particularly his students. We thank you for your support over the last decade as we've tried to build together a college that the university can be proud of. So Provost DeHaze will be stepping down this fall and will be rejoining the faculty. So thank you, Provost. Now, to commemorate and thank our leaders, I would like to ask class representative and self-appointed class president, Chris Hartley, to come forward. See, this is easy, Chris.
Wrong bag.
You had to do.
There we go. Thanks. Nice to meet you. Congratulations. Best of luck. Thank you so much. Denise is going to give you directions no matter what. I know. You're very good at that.
She's good at directions.
Thank you very much. Very, very cool. I
Very
think
nice.
something wrapping around myself.
Today's a perfect day.
Yeah. Thank you.
They are receiving the official URI College of Pharmacy fleece sweater, so it's very appropriate for today. It's part of our College of Pharmacy line of activewear. You can get it at Walmarts everywhere. So, contrary to popular belief, today is really not all about you, mostly about you. It's a day to give thanks, and I'll start that out. I'd like to give thanks to all of our URI folks that are here who managed to get us safely to this event, this face-to-face commencement that we're all enjoying. From facilities to the commencement committee, to our student affairs office, to our volunteers. Thank you very much on behalf of the College of Pharmacy. And now I hopefully will help you thank some people that are very important in your lives who have helped get you to this point today. The obvious group, you know, it's your parents, it's your guardians. They've sacrificed, they've encouraged, they've been your pacifier, they provide food for you. You know, they're wonderful human beings, but they're the reason that you're here today. So if you could join me in thanking your parents and guardians. And your families, from your grandparents who tend to be the proudest to our sisters and brothers who tend to be the loudest. Most are remote today, but they're very noisy. You just don't know this. They're very noisy out there. So Please acknowledge them now with a little bit of noise. We're not done yet. Shockingly, some of you have had the time to find spouses, significant others, fiancés, partners, and that's amazing to me. If you'll recall, I warned you against this at our white coat ceremony, but many of you were not listening, obviously. This is your chance to say thank you to your partner, because we all know that this is really a team effort, and they're the folks that have your back as you went through the program. So please acknowledge your partners of whatever persuasion they might be. And then finally, I'm privileged and honored to introduce and thank my colleagues and friends who happen to be your teachers and mentors. The college faculty and staff who have done so much for all of us over the years. So thank you very much to the faculty and staff. Okay, in a couple of minutes, we're going to start the diploma and hoodings. I just wanted to say one more thing, and the real reason we gave these gifts to the provost and the president today was so that they will remember the College of Pharmacy. They will remember the College of Pharmacy class of 2021. They'll remember this day. So, if you could all just take a moment to do some envisioning. This is something you probably did on, was it Wellness Wednesday, Wacky Wednesday, whatever that was? So do some envisioning. One of the things, oh, I'm in trouble, Ginger, aren't I? One of the things about being a past president or past provost is you get to live in the URI retirement home. And that is over at the Bay campus. And Dean Norma Owen, she's already there. So she's preparing a way for our leaders. She's probably running the place by now. Now, if you can envision them, how they're sitting right now, but sitting on a porch on the veranda overlooking the Bay campus. They're a little bit tired out from a very vicious, pickleball or bocce game, whatever they were playing, drinking their Aperol spritzes, and you can just see them 10 years from now sitting there, and they're wearing their pharmacy swag, and because it's cooler there, obviously. And the president points to his jacket and says to the provost, "Remember the COVID, Don? Remember the COVID?" And it was huge, and it was bad. And Provost DeHaze will reply and say something like, he's a very thoughtful person, so he'll say, "This College of Pharmacy fleece reminds me of the class of 2021 and their faculty and staff. They had quite a legacy." See, there is a point to this story. It's going somewhere. And then Provost will continue. He'll say, not only did they pivot their learning and teaching by virtue of their academic roles, but they also had a role in the healthcare system. They did so much more, President Dooley. When people were appropriately hunkering down to prevent the spread of the virus, like many health professionals, they were called upon to run towards the crisis. They were true medical first responders, Mr. President. We saw them learning, teaching, applying their pharmaceutical science expertise, and healing in a variety of new settings. They were among the first to be fully immunized because they were among the first immunizers. They kept our labs productive, doing things like producing our sanitizer when it was needed, developing a saliva-based COVID test, creating strategies for cleaning ventilators, that type of thing. They contact traced, they provided clinical information, they backed up at health facilities, and they were in the state COVID field hospitals. With their faculty and staff colleagues, they immunized and prepared immunizations for thousands of people, beginning with our long-term care residents, retail pharmacies and hospitals, immunization sites, the pods that had the first responders, the teachers, and the essential workers. And we found them volunteering everywhere, Mr. President, places like Central Falls, Clinic Esperanza, and the Free Clinic. And then the provost would conclude his comments to the president, and he would say something like, individually and through their student organizations, Mr. President, they live excuse me, they live the College of Pharmacy vision, excellence through leadership. And then President Dooley would have his turn, and he would respond, "If you remember Provost DeHaze, their dean, I can't really remember his name, had several famous sayings. One of them was, 'Never waste a good crisis.' During the greatest public health crisis of our time, College of Pharmacy class of 2021 not only survived, but they thrived. Their path to graduation was remarkable. They're the best that Rhode has to offer. So kudos to the class of 2021 and their faculty and staff. Good job." They left quite a legacy, so thank you. So it's time. Are you ready? Okay. Now to commemorate that legacy, we will now proceed to the conferral of the undergraduate and professional degrees of the University of Rhode Island College of Pharmacy. With the 11th President of the University of Rhode Island, Dr. David Dooley, and Provost Donald DeHaze, please join me at the podiums.
Quite the story, Dean Larratt.
Yeah,
I've already forgotten your name.
yeah. Halfway through that story, I thought we might be looking for a new dean of pharmacy, Mr. Provost.
President Dooley, Dean Paul Larratt will now present the candidates who have been certified by the University of Rhode Island for the completion of all degree requirements for their bachelor's degrees. After rising, I ask the candidates for this degree to remain standing until President Dooley confers the degree. Dean Larratt, please present the candidates.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Pharmaceutical Sciences in the College of Pharmacy, a group of scientists, small in number, yet mighty in their determination to inquire, to speak the truth, and to improve the human conditions, will you all please rise?
President Dooley, I present to you the candidates for the bachelor's degree in pharmaceutical sciences and ask that you confer on them their degrees.
Thank you, Provost DeHaze. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the University of Rhode Island Board of Trustees, and upon the recommendation of the university faculty, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor's of Science with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. And I congratulate you all on behalf of the entire university. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. President Dooley, Dean Paul Larratt will now present the candidates who have been certified by the University of Rhode Island for the completion of all degree requirements for their Doctor of Pharmacy degree. After rising, I ask the candidates for this degree to remain standing until President Dooley confers the degree. Dean Larratt, please present the candidates.
Will the candidates for the 6-year Doctor of Pharmacy degree, a group of respected professionals who, frankly, have been here too long. President Dooley, they need to go now. They need to leave with their expertise in the time-honored science of healing into a world that desperately needs their caring and skills. Will they all please rise?
President Dooley, I present to you the candidates for the Doctor of Pharmacy degree and ask that you confer on them their degree.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the University of Rhode Island Board of Trustees, and upon the recommendation of the university faculty, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Pharmacy with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto, and I congratulate you all on behalf of the entire university. Congratulations. Part of the magic of being president is you get to turn students into alumni, which has just occurred. Congratulations to you. Please be seated. Now you're up, Jeff. Okay. That's okay. Now we go.
Time. At this point, I'd like to turn the program over to Dr. Jeff Bratberg for the diploma presentations and the hooding of the Doctor of Pharmacy graduates. Dr. Bratberg.
You may now get in line.
No.
No?
I thought we were doing hooding.
BSPS.
Oh, no. I thought we were doing hooding for the SPS. No? All right, sorry.
Hooding?
Hooding? Actually, hooding? Are we doing hooding?
We're going to do the hooding ceremony. We've practiced this many times. This has never happened on Zoom before, ever. All right, student pharmacists, you may now begin the hooding ceremony. I should say pharmacists. A bit of background on hoods for those watching and here. The hooding ceremony originated in European universities in the 12th century. Hooded robes were used for warmth in unheated medieval libraries. So everyone who's here, just channel a cold medieval library. And these hoods were used for as a practical uniform for scholars as they studied and wrote. Over time, the hoods became symbolic, and the hoods, like now, are detached ornaments presented to graduates as part of our commencement ceremony. Such hoods are an expression of tradition, as alumni now, used to communicate the wearer's school, Keaney blue, navy blue, and white on the hood lining for URI. In the field of study for pharmacy, it's represented by olive green. What? That's okay. But the BS students are first, right? Okay.
We've got our one glitch out of the way. Everything else will go perfect.
It's good. We're good. Jeff,
So Eric, you're gonna hand me the card, right?
The kids, they sat down.
What am I handing?
like when you're done eating the English.
Oh, hand it. All right, great, thanks.
Sorry, Jeff. You're doing all the hooding. You're getting them all the scans. And then
It's fine. James Alfonso. Michaela Analundi. Kayla Berthod. Alex Catania. John Church. Brianna Cochero. Alexandra Zarnecki. Megan Fournier. Lily Goulart. Caitlin Green. Ola Ayanda. Miriam G. Jody Jones. Stephen Davia. Megan Little. Hannah Moulton. Han Vuza Nguyen. Ibukan Oj. Allison Richard. Adriana Servant. Caitlin Strachey. Tiana Texera. Sumalin Tran. Karina Vanover. Vanessa Varone. Claudia Yao. Eliza Anderson. Julia Annis. Michael Barnes. Caitlin Blake. Nicole Agamov. Brittany Block. Kyle Blomster. Garrett Carmichael. Emily Carroll. Yen Tsen. Haley Chapdelaine. Alexandra Chiquito. Samantha Clevenstein. Alana Cobb. Alana Cobb. Emily Costello. Sarah Cruz. Nade Yassine Dabo. Angela Dancero. Jason Darmanin. James DeForty. Catherine DeMelas. Trina DeMilla. Anne Dion. Emily Duff. Julie Falk. Alyssa Fellini. Irene Fallon. Danielle Famularo. Rachel Fernandez. Cheyenne Fernandez. Aaron Forey. Miguel Galvez. Kira Gavin. Abigail Gendron. Morgan Gentili. Melissa Gianetti. Danielle Gillis. Kelly Jin. Carolyn Granado. Courtney Grant. Ariel Haber. Christopher Hartley. James Hawthorne. Joseph Honig. Alec Hopper. Humna Imtiaz. Emily Jennings. Soo-hyun Jo. Alex Johnston. Rishi Kachrani. Nicole Calver. Min-hee Kang. Stephanie Katartsis. Demosthenes Katsaros. Yun-hee Kim. Yanji Kim. Elam Wendy Kim. Carly Knobloch. Juliana Kohler. Angela Kuzmanowski. Kaylin Lazare. Jennifer Lay. Hae-Seung Lee.
Gorgeous hat. You don't want to lose that.
Megan Leese. Alexander Ling. Samantha Liata. Jessica Litmanovich. Gokulan Krishnan Mahadevan. Aaron Mangona. Ryan Marquis. Ryan Maslin. Catherine McCann. Melissa Mendito. Rebecca Mengi. Mengji. Scott Mealy. Lauren Miller. Kayla Moisan. Anna Mortali. Matthew Nadwarny. Leanne Neal Preset. Ariel Norton. Kira O'Connell. Michaela Pacheco. Aaron Perfetto. Victoria Plant. David Richards. Daniel Rosopoulos. Min-Soo Rowe. Marie Rodriguez. David Sabatino. Elizabeth Salisbury. Andrew Sampaio. Okay. Elisa Sandonato. Anthony Santana Saleh. Adam Scalu. Imka Skippers. Kayla Seppi. Lauren Sittard. Molly Stott. Kyunsuk Soo. Brooke Shaknovich. Bailey Thayer. Michael Tillman. David Tomaszewski. Melanie Trong. Ryan Vikito. Ryan Virgin. Kendra Walsh. Rebecca Wang. Courtney Ward. Andrew Ward. And she was unable to be here, but congrats to Rachel Wasserman. Claire Williamson. Lauren Wood. Ron Yukirovich. Dimitar Zelenkov. And Tiffany Zhang. And if this were my spin class, I'd say now's the time to drink some water.
Did you hear the joke about the... This happens at our white coat ceremony too, and I have to do the soft shoe. We are waiting for a few more minutes for the photo booth to clear out, so have a drink of water.
They could re-hood each other.
You had your practice.
We can't forget our bags.
No, don't forget your umbrellas that we have College of Pharmacy umbrellas.
Are those College of Pharmacy
Yeah,
umbrellas?
College of Pharmacy umbrellas. They got flashlights in them and everything.
thought Thursday would be excellent.
Officially, it's
Yeah.
70% female.
Thursday afternoon, I was at a GSO for their
And you might
ceremony.
have picked it up here too.
And then Friday all day yesterday on the street today.
We saw it so much.
Yeah, that'll be about 3 weeks. Yeah. We did arts and sciences. About 5, 6.
Good to see you.
And they moved it right along too. So
They always do. My son graduated from them.
Denise tells me that you're ready, so.
That's because Dave told me I was ready.
Okay, before we do part, which will happen in about 3 minutes, I do want to leave you with a thought to consider. And you all know what the term placebo is, I'm sure. And in case you're a parent or someone that doesn't know what a placebo is, it's a sugar pill. And it's effective 30 to 70% of the time as a sugar pill. And it's because it has a psychological effect. But even drugs that have an active ingredient in them still have a little bit of a psychological effect to them. A portion of the response is due to the active ingredient and a portion is due to the effect. Why is this? And I was thinking about this in the past, but patients really do trust that the medication is going to work. And they trust the prescriber, they trust the dispenser, they trust the developers and the producers of the medication, and they trust the scientists to strive to provide the truth about the science, the truth about the medication that they're taking. They trust in the system, and really, they're trusting in you as individuals and as a group. So the challenge today as we leave, I'm challenging you to always maintain that trust, always act in a professional manner, always be trustworthy, because indeed, the health of our patients whom we all ultimately serve really depends upon that. And it's a very important calling that we have, and it's a very important responsibility. So again, we wish you congratulations, and we wish you the best of luck as you head out into your nascent careers. We wish you much happiness in your lives. Godspeed to the class of 2021. Congratulations. Woo! That was a great response back there. I now declare the 2021 College of Pharmacy commencement ceremonies officially closed. The platform party will now depart the stadium and will be followed by the graduates. All guests and family can meet out in the parking lots. Congratulations one last time to the University of Rhode Island College of Pharmacy, class of 2021.